We got a sneak peek of House of the Dragon Season 3 in HBO's Coming in 2026 teaser. But other than that, House of the Dragon Season 3 has been kept under tight wraps, and that can only lead me to believe that it's going to be the biggest season of the series so far. Not only has House of the Dragon's upcoming season been HBO's most well-kept secret all through 2025, but the show's co-creator and showrunner Ryan Condal himself has stated that this season is set to be massive. We only got a brief glimpse of what's to come back in December, but from this alone, it is clear that there are 4 major events that HBO is pointing towards, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they've been hiding all this time. Plus, stick around and I'll tell you the drama that's secretly been happening behind the scenes that may have changed the fate of House of the Dragon for good. Alright, let's jump in.
War is afoot again in the Stepstones, Rhaenyra.
Starting our list of HBO's 4 major events planned for House of the Dragon, we have the Winter Wolves, the baddest of the bad in the Game of Thrones universe, an army of Northmen who come down from Winterfell, composed of weathered, rugged men, often grandfathers who are nearing the end of their lives. Last seen at the very end of Season 2, marching through the Twins, we've gotten yet another look at this seasoned force in HBO's 2026 teaser trailer, this time as they charge towards something off-screen. Which battle this could be referencing? Well, we'll get into that later. For now, let's get a better look at the coolest army to join House of the Dragon Season 3. The more you learn about the Winter Wolves, the more you're going to love them. In the House of the Dragon lore, it is customary for the elder men of the North to leave their families during a harsh winter so as not to burden them. These men would then gather together and form the Winter Wolves, forging a bond made of honor, wisdom, and dignity. Perhaps this army, despite its collective age, is even more frightening than its competitors because they charge into battle knowing full well it could be their last, and they are proud to do so. The Winter Wolves are loyal supporters of Rhaenyra's cause, and their leader, Sir Roderick Dustin, is a particularly frightening supporter. Sir Roderick Dustin, better known as Roddy the Ruin, will be introduced in Season 3. Played by Tommy Flanagan, Roddy, an avid supporter of Rhaenyra's claim to the throne, is primarily known for his brutal efficiency on the battlefield. Roddy the Ruin will play a key role in Dance of the Dragons as he leads an army of 2,000 Northmen southwards into battle. While Roddy is confirmed to make an appearance in Season 3, theorists speculate that, given his notorious reputation, he could be the one to kill Jason Lannister instead of Pate of Longleaf. Remember how I said that we aren't quite sure which battle we got a sneak peek of in HBO's 2026 trailer? Well, there are a few contenders, and they're all fighting for the title of the bloodiest battle. An action-packed episode depicting the Battle of the Gullet will most likely kick off House of the Dragon Season 3, making up for Season 2's lackluster finale. The source material for both Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is known for its use of violence and bloodshed to push the story forward, and the Battle of the Gullet, spearheaded by the Greens against the Blacks and their dragons, will be the perfect opening to its 3rd season. In addition to the adrenaline-filled spectacle that the Battle of the Gullet will surely provide, fans theorize that Rhaenyra Targaryen's firstborn son, Jacaerys Velaryon, will die, along with his dragon in battle. The Battle of Red Rook will then take place after Season 3's first episode, introducing a new character in the TV series. According to the books, Lord Jason Lannister leads the Green forces against the Rivermen, who fight in support of the Blacks. After 3 unsuccessful attempts to cross the river, the Westermen will overtake the Rivermen at last, marking a victory for the Greens. However, this will not prove to be a simple task, as Lord Jason will be mortally wounded by Pate of Longleaf. This is also where the Winter Wolves come into play. But of course, we cannot forget the First Battle of Tumbleton, which, out of the 3, is most likely to be the biggest, bloodiest battle of the entire season. Near the end of Season 3, the First Battle of Tumbleton will take place, marking the death of Roddy the Ruin, and most notably a betrayal, which will turn the tides of the war. You've all heard about the success of George R.R. Martin's newest project, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. While brief in runtime, the series does something that Game of Thrones failed to do. It gives us a street-level Westeros story. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms took a chance, giving audiences something completely different than the franchise's previous stories. And it worked. It's a character-driven story, not one that relies on big budgets and spectacles. So, where does that leave House of the Dragon Season 3? Well, should it stick closely with its source material, Dance of the Dragons will have a number of character and dragon deaths, which will only be impactful if the writers handle the character stories well in this new season. If we don't know the characters, we aren't going to care about them, and if we don't care about them, we aren't going to notice if they stop appearing on screen. For example, while Sunfyre is expected to return by fans, another theory could further prove that House of the Dragon has completely deviated from its source material. Sunfyre is actually gone for good. The alleged death of Sunfyre serves as a metaphorical display of Aegon's disconnect from his Targaryen roots, as their ability to fly dragons into battle serves as one of their primary claims to the throne. Should the show's writers decide to stray away from the storyline of the original books and ignore the continuity issues from Game of Thrones, they may further solidify the fact that Aegon has left his Targaryen background in the past. While I normally don't condone the deviation from a show's source material and ignoring continuity, this is one choice that might show how dedicated the writers are to prioritizing their characters' arcs and motivations. After the First Battle of Tumbleton comes to a close, Daemon and his youngest daughter, Rhaena, will search for Prince Aemond and his dragon, Vhagar. Rhaena and Sheepstealer will be killed at the hands of Prince Aemond, sending Daemon into a fit of rage, especially considering the possibility of Rhaena and Daemon having some father-daughter bonding time during Season 3. Hopefully. While Daemon's burning hatred towards Aemond is nothing new, the season finale will conclude as Daemon swears to the gods and, once again, recommits his life to being the one to kill Prince Aemond after the death of his daughter, a moment that will only feel impactful if their character arcs are handled with care. This tragic moment will most likely conclude Season 3, which will bring us into the officially confirmed fourth and final season of House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon Season 3 has had a rocky start. George R.R. Martin has given the series some serious critiques, stating that Ryan Condal has essentially ignored all of his opinions about the direction the show is taking. In fact, Martin claimed that his notes are no longer sent directly to Condal, but must go through HBO first. Yikes. Of course, Ryan Condal tells the story a bit differently, claiming that he has made every effort to include George in the adaptation process, but that the author became unwilling to acknowledge the practical issues at hand in a reasonable way. No matter which side of the story you believe, one thing is for certain: House of the Dragon has slowly deviated from George R.R. Martin's books. This deviation began in Season 2, but it seems that Season 3 will continue this trend until only one question remains: will it impact the story for better or worse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more theories just like these. Thanks again for watching ScreenRant, and I'll see you in the next one.